Y'all wanna know something crazy? I was working at a plant, probably about 3.5 years ago, somewhere around there. And they would not allow us to read when we wasn't doing nothing. We couldn't read and we couldn't write. And I never understood that. You would literally get in trouble for reading. Like, I'm about to show you guys something that's really personal to me. I'm not going to go through it all, but just to show you like how real this is. I used to have to sneak to write all these little half sheets of paper. I have so many of these, and these were like my escape plans on how to leave that factory, like how to leave that lifestyle. So I always just wanted to be free, especially in a situation like that. Like, that job was, it was something else. Like, I could tell you, like, I'm not gonna say where I work, just know it was a factory. And like, I was working over 40 hours a week, and there were times where, like, I had benefits and they didn't take them out my check. And then I went and told the people, like, yeah, you guys aren't taking the benefits out my check. And they looked at it and they're like, oh, that's an error on our end. We're not going to charge you for it, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be all good, all taken care of in a few weeks. Okay, so a few weeks go by. So at that point in time, I was getting a nice amount of checks. So I'm not even going to say a few weeks. That lasted for like a month or two. So after they finally got it, they started charging me for it, like double. So I'm sitting there telling them, like, yo, you said y'all weren't going to do this and y'all weren't going to charge me for it because you guys made an error. And I know what the error was. They gave me somebody else's personal information. So I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. But just know it was some crazy stuff. Like, I was like, this is not me, but okay. So anyway, so I'm working at a factory 40, 50 hours every single week, only bringing home about, I want to say $400 every 2 weeks. Crazy, because they made an error and was making me pay for it. So right then and there, that was a problem with me. Like, I was like, wow, this is ridiculous. And another problem was when my son was born while I was working there, and I kind of wanted more time off, but you had to go through loops and all that stuff. I don't even remember how long I had off, but it was like I had to stack up my time to do that. But anyway, there was a girl there. She got real sick. They didn't want her to go home. She went home. It was going to be an issue. Somebody had an emergency. They had to leave. It was an issue. And, of course, if something happened and it's an emergency, you're going to leave regardless. So they had to come back and try and explain it and go through all these loops and bounds. And that just taught me, like, these places don't care about you. And then on top of that, it was like I was there every day I was supposed to be there, except for once because I had a family emergency. I was there every day I was supposed to be there on time, did extra. I was above and beyond. They bothered nobody, minded my own business, stayed in my own world, and they let me go. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about, like, this is really, I wrote out all these half sheets and more. I even had sticky notes and stuff that I was writing out, just planning, how could I live without doing that? How can I make it off my music? Because that's what I do. I do music. Wrote plans out, like why, how, listen to other like podcasts, interviews of other people, find out stuff that can inspire you and that you can put into your life. That's one thing they allowed us to do, was to listen to music, but we just couldn't write or read, which sounds crazy. But yeah, so, and I'm sharing this with you all just so that way, like, I know how it is to be working a job that you really hate, because I hated that job. Hated that job with a passion. But I know how it is. You have to make sure you have money in your pocket too. You got to pay your bills and all that. So, but while you're there, if you can, like I said, I had to literally sneak to write this stuff. Take some time and just think, like, what is it that you like to do? And try to find a way that you can make money off of that while you're also doing that. Like, plan it out, because the crazy thing about all this is, like, the whole story behind that is I finished my plan to quit my job. Like, literally the day that I finished is the day I got laid off. Like, they let us work the whole, not the whole day, let us work 3/4 of the day. I can't even remember if it was 3/4. It was in between half and 3/4 of the day. They let us work. Then they started calling us into the office one by one. Here I am. I'm just minding my own business, not thinking nothing was going to happen because I'm like, I do my work. They say I'm good. Everybody talk about how good I am. They want me in this spot. They want me in that spot. I know 5 jobs on this line. It's like, hey, what I got to worry about? David Smith, come here. Called me into the office and he let me go. The day that I finished writing all this. So, I mean, I believe in God. I believe that was just God's way of like, hey, you wrote your plan out. Now it's time for you to go. So after that, I just lived off of unemployment. I'm going to tell my story soon. I'm planning on shooting, like, it's going to be a long video though. But I'm going to talk about this whole process of me working, how I went from working at a factory to, living off of unemployment, still chasing my dreams, to my dreams coming in, my dreams starting to fall in place, and just living off my music and being in a better space, because I feel like that could really help somebody. So I'm definitely going to do it. I'm just thinking about a format that I want to do it in. So, because I'm thinking about doing like a documentary type thing. So you guys let me know what you think. But anyway, if you are working a job that you hate, start writing down a plan or typing it in your phone. Not even necessarily, it doesn't even have to be a plan. It just has to be your ideas. Just like, I could do this. Like if I bake cakes, I could sell my cakes at this place at this time. And then if I do this, and if I give it to such and such could tell this person, I can promote it through Facebook. I can put up videos of me baking the cakes and then doing like taste testing. I don't know why I use cakes examples a lot in these videos. Maybe because I like sweets and stuff. But anyway. Yeah, so just work on a plan. I don't know if this message is something that anybody felt they needed, but I just felt like I should share it because these right here are so important to me. I'll keep these forever because it just reminds me of the time. This is the type of stuff that I like to look back at and just be like, whoa, I came a long way. Like, I was just writing stuff. Like, let me find something. I'll just give you an example real quick before the video ends. Never be satisfied. Think about who is counting on you. You have to risk, well, I didn't write this one right. I said you have to risk to go far. So, and those were just 3 things that I wrote on that. I used to have to literally sneak, like, not sneak, but when I'm in between moving parts and all that stuff, I'll just sit there and, write. Sometimes I got caught and they'll say, put your stuff up. The other times, other people will be like, just go on, mind your business. So, yeah, I appreciate them for letting me mind my business. Thank you for watching. Hopefully somebody got something out of this because it sounds like I'm just talking now. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you're not new, thank you for your support. I ask that you just tell me what you think in the comments and just continue to support me. I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.